It's February 4th, JLD here, and welcome to MSTR Today and the Treasury Titans. Nothing in this video is financial advice, but Michael Saylor is just out there fighting. He's fighting for you. He's fighting for me. He's fighting for strategy. He's fighting for the MSTR shareholders. He's fighting for the preferred shareholders. He's fighting for humanity. And either you believe that or you don't, because I know that this is a really tough time to be into Bitcoin, to be into strategy, to be into any Bitcoin treasury company, to be in crypto in general. It's just a really tough time. And all I can say is I hope that you do appreciate the fact that I'm getting up here every morning, despite the fact that there is not much of any fun to be reporting on, but I'm here to just report on what's happening, to share with you the good things, the bad things, the things that are in the middle, to be real, but to also, in my opinion, be realistically optimistic because we know the narrative. Like, we've done the work on Bitcoin, it's going to win. We've done the work on strategy, it's going to win. And it's just a tough time right now. We're just going through one of those tough times. And will we get out of this? Absolutely. When? Who knows? But Michael did post a few things yesterday. One of them, he said, the rules of Bitcoin. 1, buy Bitcoin. 2, don't sell the Bitcoin. So literally, Michael Saylor is just reconfirming everything that you know and that I know, is that you just don't sell the Bitcoin. And I want to kind of go on a little bit of a side tangent rant here, because I see a lot of people that are talking and they say things along the lines of like, oh, Michael Saylor's like, he's doing his best for MSTR shareholders because, that's his bag too. Like, that's like, he's invested in MSTR. Like, he holds the most MSTR shares of anybody. To me, I just dismiss that. I don't like that line of thinking, because to me, listen, Michael Saylor's not doing this because his own bags are in MSTR shares and in Bitcoin. He's already a multi-billionaire. Money has stopped becoming super meaningful to him on any stretch. What's become meaningful to him is impacting the world, adding value to the world, bringing 11.25% of yield to everybody in the world, unlocking Bitcoin as a digital credit machine. That is what Michael Saylor is doing. That's his legacy. Like, people are saying like, oh, Michael Saylor is gonna stand by this because his bags are in it and MSTR shares. It's so much more than that. That's such small time thinking. Michael Saylor's going to do what's right for MSTR and for strategy and for Bitcoin in general, because he knows it's the right thing to do. That is the truth. He's way past the point of like, oh, I've got to make it financially, or man, if I can just make another couple billy. Like, no, this guy, he is here to impact and change the world. And if you don't believe that, then guess what? You should not be holding MSTR. You should not be holding strategy, because that is what Michael Saylor's mission is, that I believe. And that's my belief. And that's why I'm so comfortable in my holding of MSTR and strategy, because that is my true belief. And he actually goes on to say, volatility is Satoshi's gift to the faithful. And we're experiencing it now. 126 in October, 73 in February. That's volatility. That is massive volatility. So we are experiencing that right now. But guess what? The Q4 earnings call will be live streamed across platforms, including X, YouTube, and Zoom. This team right here, I mean, are you really not wanting to bet on this team? Fong Lee, Andrew King, Michael Saylor. I mean, are you really not going to like just bet on this team? Like, these are individuals that have done the work, they've seen the light, and they are heads down making this world a better place. So I will be there tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. my time. You better believe that I will be there. And it's going to be, in my opinion, an absolutely fantastic live stream earnings call. Not because the numbers are going to be great, because they're not, but because we're going to get to hear more about the vision of Michael Saylor, Fong Lee, Andrew King, and the rest of strategy teams, their vision for the future. Dylan says, it's been a while since Bitcoin was treated as a contrarian asset, complete with the familiar chorus of skeptics deriding those who hold it. I've watched this movie before. Dylan's been here before, my friends. And Herme says, me too. Wasn't really a movie I cared to watch again, but guess what? It's the reality. And Crypto Rover says people seem to forget that Michael Saylor's strategy was in the red during the entire 2022 bear market. He's not scared. I mean, look at this. This is a long, long stretch of Michael Saylor being in the quote unquote red. And guess what? What did he do? He kept on buying. Buy. He kept on buying. And that's the strategy. You don't think he's going to keep buying over here? You better believe he's going to keep on buying. End of story. Jeff says BlackRock will run an IBIT sales campaign to front run the 2028 halving, which is crazy. I mean, we're like literally 2 years away from the 2028 halving. Like that's insane. That's like it's coming. It's already going to start being a topic of conversation when I literally just felt like we had the last halving. But that's just how fast this world moves. Ignore the noise, run the game theory, follow the signal. And then Jeff says, and by the way, they accumulated 700,000 Bitcoin in 2 years. Very effective sales team. Yes, they are. So here we go. Adam says, every Bitcoin drawdown goes through 5 stages. Number 1, refresh charts. Number 2, refresh Twitter. Number 3, watch a Michael Saylor clip for emotional support. I've been doing that a few times. Number 4, recalculate your conviction. I do that every day. Number 5, consider applying for a forklift certification. I don't think I would do that because I just saw a video of a robot doing forklift maneuvers. So that wouldn't be my first choice. But I get your point, Adam. And I hear you loud and clear, my friends. I'm just, saying, yeah, I mean, let's find some ways to deploy more capital at these prices. All right, my friends, like I said, I'm just telling you like it is. If you do appreciate me showing up every morning as the first thing that I do every day, despite having a 2-year-old screaming outside my door, which you might be able to hear right now. I'm here every single day delivering this content to you. If you appreciate that, give me a like, share a comment below just of, what's going on in your world. We haven't shared, where you're listening from in a while. So I'd love to know, where are you listening from? Let me know. And I have a great Michael Saylor clip coming up to you as soon as we get back from thanking our sponsors. When you want more, start your business with Northwest Registered Agent and get access to thousands of free guides, tools, and legal forms to help you launch and protect your business all in one place. Build your complete business identity with Northwest today. Northwest Registered Agent has been helping small business owners and entrepreneurs launch and grow businesses for nearly 30 years. They are the largest registered agent and LLC service in the U.S. with over 1,500 corporate guides, real people who know your local laws and can help you and your business every step of the way. Build your business identity fast with resources, forms, and step-by-step guides, even before creating an account. Sign up to manage your business hub with lawyer-drafted documents. Northwest is your one-stop resource, makes life easy, and keeps privacy automatic, never selling data anywhere. Don't wait. Protect your privacy, build your brand, and get your complete business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Visit www.northwestregisteredagent.com/JLD free and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at www.northwestregisteredagent.com/JLD free. Scams and identity theft do not start with hackers. They start with your personal data being easy to find online. Your home address, phone number, and employment history can be sitting on dozens of websites right now, waiting to be used for fake loans, targeted scams, or worse. That information is spread across people's search pages, shady directories, and commercial databases you've never even heard of. That's where Incogni comes in. Instead of spending hundreds of hours manually opting out of these sites, Incogni automates the entire process. They hunt down your data and demand its removal. Incogni doesn't just do this once. They continuously monitor these sites in the background to make sure your data doesn't reappear. I recommend the unlimited plan because when something isn't covered automatically, Incogni's custom removals feature lets you send in a specific link and a dedicated privacy expert takes care of the manual removal for you, start to finish. Remember, if they can't find you, they can't use your data against you. Take your data back risk-free with Incogni's 30-day money-back guarantee. Use code MSTR for 60% off an annual plan at incogni.com/MSTR. That's INCOGNI.com/MSTR.
Now, if you take digital assets, it's the same thing. Those, a different set of banks, they're like, well, we don't touch digital assets, because the government, because something happened 4 years ago. Well, they're, what I would say is poor and weak. And if you embrace digital assets, you become wealthy and powerful. And so, by the way, I can show you finance organizations that embrace digital assets, reject AI. I can show you ones that claim they use AI, but they really reject it. They just tell themselves they use it, and maybe they do or do not embrace digital. But, I think the opportunity for Bitcoin treasury companies, what are they? They're digital companies using digital capital, hopefully using digital intelligence to create digital securities, digital equities, digital credit instruments to sell into the digital economy. Nothing that we've done would have worked without digital capital. Bitcoin is digital capital. And most of our more compelling ideas came from digital intelligence because no one ever did that before. When we designed our prefs, we set them as par value 100, made them perpetual. No one ever does that. You can find 5,000 examples in the modern world where people don't do it. They normally make retail prefs $25 or they make institutional prefs $1,000. Okay, turns out if you go back and read the history of the Rothschilds and the history of money, the British government in the 1780s did it. The British government issued consols. They were perpetual bonds, par value 100 pounds, yielding 3 or 5% that floated above or below par. And I look, backed by gold. We created something, 100 par value, perpetual, backed by digital gold. Okay, and so what happened in the middle? For 100 years, the world went backwards. And now we rederive these elegant instruments that, by the way, every French, Austrian, British, Spanish, Italian central banker, they used the same instruments 300 years ago. In fact, the entire world ran on gold-backed credit for 300 years or more. That was the currency system of the world until 1971, with varying degrees of collateralization. So we're in year one of reinventing the finance system, issuing digital securities and digital credit on digital capital, and we can do it into digital channels. And right now, there are digital channels like the NASDAQ or other standard securities markets, but in time, there'll be the crypto ecosystem, 24/7, 365, tokenized, self-custodied. Your securities will be self-custodied, your credit instruments will be self-custodied. They'll all trade everywhere in the world at the speed of light. Now, let me talk a little bit about, treasury theory. Bitcoin treasury company, what's revolutionary? Well, Bitcoin, digital gold. We all acknowledge digital gold. Okay, digital gold, digital capital, better than gold, right? Capital, economic wealth that lasts forever. You buy 1/21 millionth of all the money in the world forever, right? That's the idea of digital capital. That's a powerful idea. Pure economic energy. Outperforms the cost of capital because it's pure economic energy. When's the last time the human race agreed on something that was pure economic energy? Well, it was gold for 5,000 years. And now we're starting to re-agree. 5% of the world is starting to re-agree that we've got a new form of capital. Instead of metallic capital, which is what gold was, we've now got digital capital. If you've got a digital capital asset that outperforms the S&P, right, you can capitalize a public company on it. That means you become positively polarized to capital. That means that the more securities you sell, the more shareholder value you create, the more capital you can raise. And for the last 100 years, the entire world was capitalized on sovereign debt or fiat credit instruments. They underperform, therefore they're negatively polarized to capital. So there's a profound idea here, a paradigm shift. If people don't get it, right? They're a strategic incompetence, right? A lot of people don't want to get it. If you're just a cynical, curmudgeon-y, short seller, short-sighted trader, you don't want to understand. You just want to hate on it, so you're not going to. But once you embrace the idea that Bitcoin is digital capital, then the next issue is, well, what is Treasury company? What's the second best? There is no second best.